Hi, I'm Duane Reed, and this is Duane Reed Gallery. We're really excited about the show that is currently running at the gallery. It is Dana Oldfather, Ethan Meyer, and Jacob Berkowitz. All are very young creative artists that approach abstract materials and painting in different ways. We have tried to focus on emerging young talent along with many of the great artists that we currently show. The one thing that I think everyone has in common is the use of line and color. Regardless of whether it's Ethan's, Dana's, or Jacob's work, I think there is an enormous relationship, yet each piece, each artist is set aside as completely different from the others. Ethan Meyer uses markings that are so intense and so thought out and so deep that you have to jump into the work to explore the many different layers.
And the use of line, I'm really interested in patterns and shapes and creating complex interweavings and marks. As far as the color is concerned, I am what's referred to as red-green color deficient. And so instead of relying on my eyes to pick out the colors, which is unreliable, I have opted for an intuitive way of choosing color. It's something that's hard to explain because I'm not really sure where it comes from myself, but it is something that I've become more familiar with over time. But color is a central element to my work. It's definitely one of the most important factors.
Dana uses cloud-like forms and aerosols that create these dream-like paintings, but there's still depth. You still walk into the work.
I feel like I'm building with building blocks a lot when I make the work. They're very additive paintings. I want people to feel like they're kind of walking around and moving through them. They have form, a deep, vast form. I'm working on a brand new medium that I haven't seen anyone else paint on before. It's resin carbon fiber, and I don't know if you're familiar with carbon fiber, but they use it in sports cars and airplanes. It's an extremely lightweight metal, but it's actually a weave like linen. So it seemed like a natural thing for me to try out. So I've been exploring that, and they're turning out really cool.
And Jacob is using lines and markings on flat paper, but then turning that into three-dimensional work where you have to explore once again by jumping into the work, but in a whole different manner.
In terms of the work pulling people in, moving into this 3D realm is like extremely inviting to people. It's not just a flat thing anymore. People sometimes feel more access to something when they can actually walk around it and see behind it and see into it. And for me too, that's like also why I'm moving into this. I mean, art to me is just about excitement and chasing something that I'm curious about. And for me, being able to like walk through these things and see these things in a new dimension was super exciting.
I'm very excited when I see something that has so much soul and so much thought within it. I think it's a great opportunity for St. Louis to have the privilege of viewing the works and experiencing them in person by exploring the artists here at the gallery.